Good morning, everyone. This is Predator speaking in Final Control, and I'm just back here in Final Control for Q&A. Just to quickly brief you about Kirill and the Cubs. The of Triple M, about 300-400 meters south of Gari Gate itself, and took a beautiful pictures of one of the Cubs sitting up in the tree staring at us, and Kirill was on the ground with the other Cub. And apparently there was also a hyena in that vicinity, yeah? So I presumed that she probably made a kill last night, and she's taking the Cubs to the kill, because when Tara left here yesterday afternoon on Sandy Patch, and she was moving west and hunting the impalas. So yeah, she could have killed an impala just in the block between Vietela Access Road and Triple M, south of Gari Gate. And when we got there, there was two vehicles at the sighting, and one vehicle was from Simbambili, and the guide from Simbambili told us that Kurila was not happy about the vehicles around her and the Cubs, and she nearly jumped into one of the game drive vehicles there. So as I said the other day, is that the Cubs are still still very shy and nervous of the vehicles, and if they see the vehicle and try and run away from the vehicle, and that obviously upset the mother. So that's probably why she got very upset and nearly jumped into one of the game drive vehicles. So, but yeah, it was very nice to see her. But they were Gorilla and the other Cub were just lying down in the long grass there, but we didn't have a visual of the hyena. Maybe the hyena we just wandered off just before we got there. So it was great, and again it's just pouring out there in the rain, as you can see down at Gari Dam. It's pouring in the rain. And also one elephant bull on quarantine, and we had the other elephant bull just on Philemon's cut line this morning. So it was a beautiful morning out there. So Tara and I will try and head out to Gorilla just after game drive, and then see what we can find, and we will obviously keep you guys posted. Hi Bess, good morning to you. I've never seen the Saharan cheetah, and I've seen lots of king cheetahs, but not the Saharan cheetahs. Stevens asking about the level of management, bush and wildlife management here in the South Bay Sands. The bush and wildlife management in the South Bay Sand is very good. It is pretty much the same as the Kruger National Park, and it's just the South Bay Sand has become part of the Greater Kruger National Park, and the bush management is up to the standard, and it's very effective. And in terms of intervening with the injured animals, we just don't intervene into any of the species that occur within the Greater Kruger National Park. There are specific animals that we intervene when they are injured or they have been caught in the snares and that sort of thing. So, but if the animal has got, not an animal, the impala has got a broken leg, or the giraffe has got a broken neck, or anything like that, so we, in the cases like that, and the nature takes its own course. So we don't interfere with the nature at all with regard to that. But with regard to the predators, endangered species like cheetahs, wild dogs, leopards, and lions. And if the lion has got injured neck or anything like that, and we obviously intervene. We will try and get the vet out to come and dot that particular animal and treat it. So there's a very good bush and wildlife management here in the South Bay Sand, as well as the Greater Kruger National Park. And also because some areas here in the South Bay Sands are still very pristine wilderness, and there hasn't been any too much humans interference in terms of bush clearings and that kind of thing. So we do bush clearings just to try and induce the general game species, and also to be able to maintain the safety. So we do quite a lot of things out here, and again, if the dams dry out, and we do pump the artificial water sources to provide water to our wildlife. So yeah, there's a very good management here in terms of wildlife management, taking care of the land and the wildlife. Hi, Brick and Progress. Also wants to know if we see animals attack to get their food, or do we try to avoid those kind of things? Yes, certainly we do see animal attacks, and we also don't intervene in the things like that. So the nature also takes its own course. Anything to do about the wildlife, and we generally try not to intervene. If for instance, if the hyena is chasing the leopard off the kill, and then there's nothing we can do about it. So it's nature. That is in animals' nature. So there's nothing we can do about it. So we don't intervene at all. And I've witnessed many hyenas driving the leopards off the kill, even the lions off the kills. And we just don't intervene. That's nature. The animals are very competitive in the bush, so they do their own thing, and we as humans, we just observe and take pictures if we can, and let them do their own things. Like just a very good example, and recently we witnessed in Runa one of our resident young male leopards playing with the baby monkey, and we had nothing to do about it. That's animals' nature. So yeah, and that's animals' nature. Yeah. Elizabeth, good morning to you. Elizabeth is asking about growing the cups, and if you guys will be able to see the pictures of the cubs up in a tree. Yeah, very certainly you will see them. And Seb will be working on the pictures this morning, and hopefully he will post them onto Facebook as soon as it's done with them. So yeah, we can't hide anything away from you folks. So yeah, you'll definitely see the pictures during the course of the day. Hi, Joe in Vancouver. Joe is asking if it's possible that Gorilla was antagonized by the other game drive vehicles, and as she knows the Ganda and the guides. Will that make a difference? Certainly it will make a difference. It depends on the situation. In the situation where Kura is at the moment with the very small cubs, and then if you approach them inappropriately or get too close to her, and she will definitely react relatively aggressive towards the vehicle. As I said a couple of days ago, that it's still a very sensitive sighting, so we try not to push them too much. Because the cubs are still not yet sure about the presence of the vehicles and how to deal with the vehicles in a situation or in the different situations. So yeah, and if you do something wrong, then she'll react differently. As in, Akura is a very relaxed female, and she allows the presence of the vehicles, the movement and everything. But in this kind of a situation, then she is no longer the same. So she's quite different. She has been very aggressive towards other vehicles, especially the game drive vehicles carry guests, and the guests tend to make movements on the vehicle, grabbing the cameras, trying to get the better position to take a picture, and that will obviously upset Gorilla. She will get extremely agitated, as she did this morning. As I said, that she nearly jumped onto one of the game drive vehicles, and obviously one or two of the guests behind the Land Rover were doing something unacceptable. So she may know the Ganda, she may know the other game drive vehicles, but if there's kind of misbehavior from the vehicles or from the guests, and then she wouldn't be impressed about that under no circumstances. Good morning, everyone. This is Perry speaking from control again. Just the last question from Jody in New Mexico, saying that Gorilla only knows the sound of the gander, and she knows our voices, and she trusts us more than the other game drive vehicles. And she thinks that she should never be really aggressive towards the gander for any reason. Yeah, I think so, Jody. I think she does know the sound of the vehicle and possibly our individual voices. And when it comes to trust, it's a bit different with the wild animals. But we must all remember that she is the wild animal. Any wild animal will remain as wild as it is, and that is animals' nature, to remain as wild as they are. And I think in terms of approaching the animal, besides the animal recognizing the sound of the vehicle and also the voices of the individual people, it's all about respect. It comes down to respect. So if you do respect the animal and you will also earn the respect back from that particular animal. So if you got to be extra careful when you are approaching the leopard with the very small cubs, because the mother is very protective over to the babies, and under the circumstances that the mother leopard will allow the vehicle to get as close as possible to the cubs, especially at a very small age, like babies, for instance, that are still very small and they are still unrelaxed to the vehicle and that kind of things. If the babies start running away from the vehicle or feeling uncomfortable with the presence of the vehicle or the way the vehicle is approaching it, and the mother wouldn't accept it in any circumstances. So it's all about respect. So we respect animals, and we must also approach them carefully and keep keep a distance, I mean, as safe as possible or as comfort as possible, depending on the body language of that particular animal that you are approaching. Yeah. But I do agree with you, Judy, when you say that she knows the sound of the gander, and she also knows the sound of the other game drive vehicles, like the Juma vehicles, for instance, because they also operate on the reserve every day and twice a day, in the morning and the afternoon. So she also knows them. She knows them very well, and she also knows them individually. And yeah, it's just the way you treat the animal and the way you give the animal respect. So I think that is vitally important. Yeah. And again, I also do agree with you if you say that we don't carry the guest on the vehicle. So we know exactly what to do. We're very well trained and experienced, knowledgeable, and when it comes to dealing with the wild animals, and we fully understand the behavior. Whereas the guests, they tend to get extremely excited when they see the leopard. They wanna, you know what I mean? So the as I said earlier, that the guests will move around just to get a better position to view the animal, and also to take as good photos as possible. So that is the entire reason why the game drive vehicles are often charged by wild animals, is because of the guests on board. Okay, folks, I'm going to call it a day. And it's been nice chatting to you, sending in your questions and your ideas and suggestions and everything. And it's all drizzling out there, as you can see down at Gari Dam, and we're just gonna monitor or keep assessing the situation of the weather. Let's hope and cross our fingers that the rain stops, so that we can go out on game drive this afternoon, and we can possibly try and follow up on Kuru and the babies, and see how it goes, and see what we can find. And from me, Patrick, and the rest of the Wild F Safari crew, and I'll be saying goodbye and see you later. Bye for now.